Hey guys, welcome back to another Siege video. In today's video, I'm gonna fuck your mom so hard.
Hello everyone and welcome to Rainbow Six Siege Operation Collision Point. As you can very well see on the screen right now, Blackbeard got a new rework, a new remaster, and welcome to Year 9 Season 4, last season of Year 9. Before we head into Year 10, I'm just going to drop every single piece of info that the patch notes have given to us, so you don't have to read through it and just waste all your time knowing that like 3 things changed. But to be fair, this does seem like a pretty good season. If you were on PC this entire day, or yesterday, now that I'm probably going to upload this a day late or something, the entire season was like a day late because of PC was down the entire day and some other crap that I didn't care too much to listen to, because me personally, I have a job. But let's get right into it. We're just going to hop into custom and I'm going to tell you every little thing, every detail, and every single change in this season. Let's get right into it. Okay, here we are in a custom game on House. To my knowledge, none of the maps have changed at all. We will go through the designer's notes and see if there's anything that I'm missing, but right now we just want to go and show off Blackbeard. He is beautiful. So the first thing you see is we've got the hull adaptable shield, a ballistic shield that can bust through breakable defenses and folds up for use during rappel. We got him going from a 2-speed 2 armor to a 1-speed 3 armor. He has his new shield, and he's got his AR, the MK17 CQB, and the SR25. He no longer has the Deagle. For any of you Deagle mains on attack, we apologize, but the only one on attack who has a Deagle now is Nook. He does still have his frag grenades and his claymores, and here's what his whole shield looks like in the little loadout section. But let's get right into it. And before we go any further, we did just want to mention that he has a new player card. It's no longer the original player card. I didn't play much Blackbeard, so I don't remember the original, but I just know this is different just because it looks more updated, more recent, and it has the shield in the photo. So one of the first things I believe they neglected to mention in the designer's notes that I just realized is we have our drone jump pre-visualization. So if you click B, for me at least, on PC, I should have your input key next to it, you get a visualization of your drone jump. So if you stop moving your camera for a second, you move your camera, nothing's going to show. If you stop moving your camera, it'll show you exactly where your drone is going to land. So let's see if I can get it on here. A little slow, Boom. Right there, right on top. And you can obviously do quite a few little drone tricks with this. I did neglect to include this, but according to the Ubisoft.com patch notes, drone jump landings are now sticky to stop them from sliding after, making it more reliable to jump, and it does allow jumping to occur for a few more frames after running off a ledge to make jumping off objects less frustrating, which I believe is just really good quality of life changes. Nothing too crazy, but I do like this from Ubisoft. That's bad. So here is your first look, Blackbeard's new shields. His little charm is down there in the bottom left. That's the only charm you have on the shields. I do believe you have one on the gun. Yes, you do. Nothing too crazy. It looks pretty nice. Reminds me of Blitz's shield, actually. He does move it when he reloads, so that's kind of an issue. You do still have the free look. A little odd. The little red button does remind me of Fusion's shield a lot. But yeah, you can aim. The little headpiece comes down. It does take a second, so that's going to be a bit of irritation for Blackbeard players, I can guarantee that. Let's take a look and show you what he actually does. This is what it looks like to throw a grenade. He has it behind the shield. He tosses it right in front with no animation. Let's show you what the shield actually does. So, as usual, you can just fall through. Usually, no issues with that. Doesn't do anything. Doesn't damage your health. Doesn't damage the shield at all. Here's what really matters. You have 4 charges in the bottom right to bust through soft walls. I kid you not. That is a literal Oryx dash to just destroy any wall you feel like. It does have an 8-second cooldown in between dashes, but you can just Oryx your way through walls like nothing. That is insane. You get 4 of these, and they just damage pretty much any soft wall you can ever have. I'm sure to see a lot of plays involving this. Let's see if they break hatches or floors. Let's see. Let's try the floors first. Does not do the floor, and it does not give it back to you if you miss. So if you miss your shield, it doesn't give it back to you. Let's try the hatch. It did not get the hatch, so that is all the shield dashes we have today. Let's get onto a repel before we run out of time on the timer. You are definitely quite a bit slower, and your running animation is a little funky. So was that melee animation. The melee animation for the gun stock punch is a little weird. But that's okay. Let's jump out and let's rappel up. So if you want, you can put the shield in front of you, and it does work. It completely blocks all kinds of
10 seconds remaining.
Of gunfire. I believe only from the chest up. I can't really see. I don't believe it blocks from the legs down, unfortunately. I'm no drone master, but if one was wondering what the average layman could do with this little drone thing, if you're wondering if you can make this jump right here, this new drone pre-visualization, this will tell you right now if you can make that jump. And I just made that jump with the drone pre-visualization, which is honestly really calm.
5 seconds.
And I feel like this would be an insane change to come. A lot of drones are going to be a lot more hidden after this. So our first little change was to our beautiful Ying here. She does not get changed very often. I think the last one was about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, when she got a 4th Candela and some smokes. So what they did is they changed the rolling distance and the activation time or detonation time for her Candelas. So for 0 charge, 1 charge, 2 charge, and 3 charges, they changed all of the rolling meters, rolling distance, it says. From 0 charge, if I just toss it like that, it goes 10 meters before it hits the wall, right? If I just let it go like this, all the way down, it would go 10 meters at the most. If I let it go to 1 charge, like that, it would hit 7.5. If I went to 2 charges, it would hit 5 meters. If I went to 3 charges, it would hit 2.5 meters. So let's take a look at that distance in game. That would be 3 charges, 2.5-ish. 5 would be right here. Let's go for 7.5. That would be about 7.5 right there. And then 10 meters right there. Those would be all the rolling distances for each Candela. Once again, 7.5, 5, and 2.5 right there. And then they changed the detonation time, which would go the piercing time for 0 to 1 charges, 3 seconds. At this point in time, I did kind of misread and misinterpret the piercing time. It wasn't a detonation time. It meant how long it would take to pierce through a soft wall or castle barricade or just a regular barricade. I thought it meant just how long it would take to detonate in general. I apologize, I was wrong. So for reference now, for 0 to 1 pings or 0 to 1 charges, it now takes 3 seconds to pierce any wall. For 2 charges, it takes 2 seconds, and for 3 charges, it takes 1 second. Again, I apologize for misinterpreting that, and I did not get footage, and I am too lazy to re-record. Quick doesn't seem like too much of a meaningful change, I'll be honest. Not too sure how many lives it's going to save by people shooting Candelas, but hey, it is a welcome one to be sure, as she was very oppressive and very frustrating. They did bring the next change to Sense. However, on this account, I do not have Sense. As in the past, I found Sense to be very frustrating and overall useless as an operator, so I didn't get them. They changed Sense specifically to do the following. Sense now has a battery life with their projectors. I still believe they have 4 of them. It changes them from the little wall they had. They had little, like about 10 walls or 10 little singular projections. It changed it down to 7, so it will be a shorter amount of distance that you can cover from being shown. It changes so that it has a battery now on each little gadget you have. It has a battery, and you can switch the wall on and off, kind of like a Viper from Valorant. You can switch it on and off at your discretion. However, it does have a time limit on it. And now Warden nor Laz neither of them can see through the smoke. That is at a detriment for both attackers and defenders, I believe. I feel like that would be rolled back eventually, but I'm no Ubisoft dev. It's not my place to judge. Let's just hope that this is a good and useful change, and it's not going to just turn into some horrible meta. Alright guys, so our next change comes to flash grenades. No, I did not use one. We start with 2 now. So in every game, for every operator who is equipped with flash grenades, thankfully none have been nerfed, changed, or removed. Flash grenades themselves have not been changed. It is just the quantity of flash grenades that every operator receives now. Instead of our usual 3, we now have 2. So no more triple stunning a room and just fucking wide swinging like a monkey. We now have to manage our resources calmly, accurately, and efficiently. And hopefully, my ranked teammates will not end up like me and use their flash grenades in spawn. So, that's pretty much it. That involves every operator who has access to flash grenades, including, if I am reading correctly here, Amaru or Amaru, not really sure how to pronounce that name. I know I'm Peruvian just like her, but that does not make me any smarter. Buck, Dokubi, Finka, Flores, Hibana, Lion, Maverick, Nomad, Ram, Sledge, Striker, and Thermite. Every single one of those operators now has 2 flash grenades instead of our usual 3. No operators have been removed. No operators have had their flash grenades removed, and no operators have been added flash grenades. One defensive change, which I don't have the operator for, is Thunderbird. Now, Thunderbird now has access to the ITA-12S, which is Jackal, Mira's, and I believe Thunderbird and Frost, or not Thunderbird, Frost and Amaru's secondary shotgun. She now has access to that shotgun as well as every other operator. It has not been removed from everyone. So she's just going to get a nice little pocket shotgun just to be a bit more viable in the meta, I guess. And her Kona stations have been changed just ever so slightly. Let me see if I can get up on top of this. This would be great. Yeah, there we go. It now has a new health regeneration buff, similar to, I believe, I don't know. Her Kona stations now have a new health regeneration buff. I don't think we've ever seen this before. What it does is you get a about 2 HP per second every time you get smacked by a Kona. I'm not sure if they changed the overall base health that a Kona station does give you, but after the base health the Kona gives you, you do regenerate 2 HP per second, whether or not you are in the Kona station's aiming radius. And the end conditions for the buff, so if the buff were to be removed, it would have to be by either of these 2 things. Either you get shot or you reach 100% health. And if either of those happen, then the buff is removed and will no longer apply to you specifically. So another thing has changed. In addition to the shotguns, which was not ever said by, I believe, any Ubisoft dev, official news outlet, or patch notes, I don't believe they've ever said it. The Oryx dash is not a counter to Blackbeard at all in the slightest. So, what happens if you try to dash a Blackbeard? The usual, you do counter him, you knock him on his ass, and you just completely expose things, right? However, there is a counter to Oryx as Blackbeard. So if you, as Blackbeard, activate your gadget button, which is the button that you use to dash through walls like Oryx, if you activate that same button as Blackbeard, when Oryx tries to dash into you, then you will knock Oryx back. I'm not too sure if you get knocked back as well, but Oryx 100% does get knocked back by Blackbeard, and it's completely countered. Is this overpowered? Is this balanced? We will only find out within time. So the guard break animations have changed. They're on the screen now if you want to read them. You can stack them now. You can get a full guard break just off a couple melees instead of the little pitiful thing we have now. And shotguns have changed. So a lot of shotguns, including the Spads 12, the Bailiff, and just almost every shotgun in the game except for, I believe, the Spaz 15 and the Supernova have been changed to have a tighter spread. So now that is kind of what the Spaz 12 looks like. Here is what the Bailiff looks like from 4 meters. Just a little bit of a wider area than the actual crosshair. Let's take a look from 5 meters with the Spaz 12. Pretty much the exact same. Let's take a look at a little bit further. How's 6 meters? A little less destruction, but about the same as well. 6 meters with the Bailiff. About the same as the crosshairs. Now let's take a look at 10 meters with the Spaz. No destruction. Now with ADS. No destruction again. Let's do it again. 20 meters. Why did it say 20 meters now? Oh! Did it go through the bullet hole? Okay, 10 meters with the Bailiff. No ADS. Then ADS. Again, no destruction. So it did say they got tighter hip fires for pretty much everything. It did change the recoil for a lot of shotguns as well. Especially the semi-autos like the Spaz 12 and the M104, which is the FBI shotgun. I believe that includes the Bailiff as well. I'm not too sure, as the Bailiff doesn't really have much recoil other than visual in the first place. But those are the shotgun changes. It does seem a bit more consistent in terms of destruction, I will say. A lot of shotguns have felt inconsistent these past couple seasons, ever since the original shotgun rework, which I feel has been kind of a detriment. I did like how shotguns worked originally, and this whole rework is a little funky, but hey, if it works now, right? So while I'm waiting in the queue for a quick match, I did intend to change Blackbeard's charm on the shield, and it seems you cannot do that. Even if you click Alt for full screen here or here, you cannot change the charm. It does quite obviously have a charm itself, however you cannot change that. I will be adding an R6 fix little tab right there. No unique ability skins naturally because I don't have the elite, and no ability to change the charm, which is an issue as I did want to change it to the new universal charm that everyone has now added to their accounts automatically, the Swashbuckler's token, which is our last remembrance of Blackbeard's face shield. Another thing I wanted to mention, in a public match, we now have
I bet you
AI,
have nice heals.
I don't know what he said. We now have AI detection, chat detection sensors. It automatically removes chat it deems unsportsmanlike or just vulgar. I put RN, you see right there, RN for right now, because I wanted a full shield team. We have Blackbeard and Blitz. I wanted a Monty, Osa, Fuse, whatever. But I said full shield team RN, as in right now, but it says unacceptable message has been removed. Not too sure about this whole detection, this auto detection bot, but it's what it is, you know? You can run behind the shield. There's a guard break animation that does need to be tested out. Why is he walking and running? I did see something like that on Twitter. He's walking and running. Keep going. He's walking and running. What the hell? He's walking and running, guys. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. He's walking and running. By the way, the melee does no damage, but there is no melee priority anymore for shields. There used to be a melee priority, so in the past, you know how you sometimes you would melee a shield first, and then they would melee you second, but your melee would never take place. So now there's no melee priority. It's always whoever's ping is better now. So if you guys do it at the same time, and his ping reaches the server first, or your ping reaches the server first, whoever input their input first, whoever had their input first, and whoever's ping is better is going to get that first melee off. And the melee for shields now does 0 damage.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Siege video. In today's video, I'm gonna fuck your mom so hard. I forgot to put my Konas down.
Why would you do that? What the fuck?
Alright, I'm making a shrine over here just because of you. Why don't you have all 3 of your ADSs over here?
Ooh, I was about to say that. Anyways.
Oh, because they're in your pocket? Is that why?
No, you get away.
You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Unbelievable.
What are you seeing? What are you looking at? Get out of here. Go away.
I can't do what my heart tells me to do because I want my reputation.
Oh. Yeah, by the way, guys, the reputation system has been completely rehauled and updated.
There may have been a Jaeger added to the shrine.
Oh, I'm blind, I can't see him. That's going to be pretty much it for this video, guys. I'm not sure if I mentioned the sense balance, where they made it so that the projectors can be remote activated on a timer, similarly to Viper from Valorant, and the length of the projectors has been decreased. In any case, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up, and if you didn't enjoy it, go ahead, feel free to leave a thumbs down. Maybe explain what could have made it better in the comments. This really helps me figure out what I could change up with my content and what my viewers want to see more. And it does help out with your own YouTube algorithm as well. Also, it turns out a very small percentage of my viewers are subscribed, so if you did enjoy the video and want to see more of my content, please consider dropping a sub. It's free and it really helps out the channel a lot. I'm an upcoming YouTuber with under 1,000 subs, and I appreciate every single one of you. In any case, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.